Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something a little bit controversial. I am going to share with you some feminine leaning perfumes that I think smell amazing on men. Now there is a lot of misinformation out there, especially in like the designer marketing of perfumes. Men thinking that they can only wear quote unquote masculine fragrances and women thinking they can only wear feminine leaning fragrances. But in reality, there's a lot of different types of scents and notes that smell amazing on both genders. That is why almost all niche fragrances are considered unisex. Those notes that you think of that are typically feminine leaning actually kind of present themselves in a different way on a man's skin. And also a lot of them smell amazing, very classy on a man too. So here are some that I challenge you to try, and I think you will be very surprised how they smell on you. So the first fragrance, I will say the bottle is very, very feminine, but the scent is beautiful on a man. This is Sirene from Fragrance du Bois. And I kid you not, I have complimented a man wearing this multiple times and I had no idea it was this scent. And it did not smell girly at all. It smelled amazing on him, and he actually likes to layer it with Lovers from Fragrance du Bois, which is another kind of feminine fruity scent. So Sirene is a sweet, yes sweet, but dark scent. You get this kind of cherry, fruity smoothie vibe in the opening that feels kind of milky and lactonic, but at the same time kind of incensey, woody, dark and dense. This has benzoin and cypriol with labdanum and these darker notes that really bloom on a man's skin versus that sweet cherry smoothie vibe. It is so good, very attention grabbing, and it gets very woody on the skin. I would say the only thing that really gives all the femininity to this scent is the pink bottle. But whatever, if you like cherry, I would say give it a go, because there's really no like floral element to this scent. Sweet, lightly smoky and woody. It is stunning, stunning, stunning. Sirene from Fragrance du Bois. So next up, we're talking about a fragrance that is very, very popular from the house of superz.budapest. Flamingo Fizz. And I know for a fact that a few of my subscribers that are men love to wear this. Also a pink bottle. This opens so bubbly and fizzy, very happy feeling. And I get this really beautiful kind of green fig note with berries and grapefruit. Once again, just so fizzy, like a glass of champagne. But at the same time, it does also have a bit of creaminess. This has rose and jasmine and orange blossom, and the base is very musky on a man's skin. It's kind of a little bit candy sweet in a way, but it's really nicely contrasted and cut with that green, like leafy fig note. Very playful, very fun, and very like celebratory. Fruity, flirty, very unique. It is a beautiful, fresh, sweet, musky fragrance. Flamingo Fizz. Next up, we have Ecstasy from Paradise Descends. This is a new release and a very classy fragrance, a very classy new release. This has a lot of citrus with lily of the valley and heliotrope, which is just such a modern floral note, really balanced with a nice black pepper. But it's not like a very sharp, punchy, like super spicy black pepper. It feels very smooth combined with the citrus. And this also has a very heavy dose of saffron. I've been seeing a lot of people asking me what is a great saffron fragrance recommendation, and Ecstasy, I would definitely put it in that category. Very saffron dominant, but it's also done very smooth. It's a very spicy scent, but it's not like rough or choppy or like very punchy spiciness. It's very smooth feeling, very blended. Spicy with some freshness on top. And this one is also a bit more unisex leaning compared to the last two, but you may see those floral notes like Lily of the Valley and think, oh no, I can't wear that as a man. Yes, you can. It smells so upper class on a man. There's patchouli, amber star, and vetiver in the base. It is exotic, and very luxurious. And I love how this citrus in here really just lightens everything up. It just brings a nice brightness to the scent to go against the spiciness. Amazing saffron dominant fragrance and an amazing new release. Ecstasy from Paradis to Sens. Next, we have a very sweet true gourmand. We have Italica from Casamarati, a super sweet winter gourmand. It is literally heaven in the cooler months. This also has a lot of saffron, but more in like a gourmand, like bakery type of way, because it's combined with a lot of milkiness and a really strong almond extract note. It smells like panettone. If you're gonna compare it to anything, it is a true 110% gourmand fragrance that may sound a little bit too sweet for a man to wear, but do not be scared of gourmand fragrances. I always say this, sweets make women want to eat you. It's very attractive to smell sweeter scents on men. There's bourbon vanilla and toffee and sweet almond. It literally smells good enough to eat, but it smells delicious on a man, and not too much either. It is very sweet, but because of this dominant saffron, it just works for a man as well. You're not going to smell out of place in any way. It is a winter staple because this stuff is beastly. It cuts through the cold like unlike anything else. It is so strong. And it is also a must try. So beautiful. Italica from Casamarati. Next up is Venice from Oscar London. This is also going to be more of like a unisex leaning scent, but this has a lot of woods and orange blossom. And orange blossom is a note that, once again, I think that a lot of men think is very feminine, but we are seeing a lot of even designer fragrances incorporating orange blossom. Orange blossom to me smells so incredibly romantic on a man. When a man wears floral notes, he smells like a Casanova. He smells like a heartthrob. And Venice is a stunning perfume. It gets a bit soapy, sweet and clean feeling, with some nice floral and woody notes in the base. It is an amazing date night scent if you want something very classy, very refined, and very impressive. Something more romantic, but clean, kind of crisp feeling as well, very fresh. Not your typical like spicy, leathery, masculine scent that every man wears on a date night. Not that that's a bad thing, but I think that sometimes it's really nice to shake things up. So if that's how you're feeling, I would try Venice. Next up, we have Jabir from the Chemi line from Xerjoff. This is going to be another like extreme flower bomb, probably the most floral dominant scent that I've talked about so far. A giant mix of florals. We have freesia and lily of the valley with peony and rose with a bit of an animalic undertone. This has a pretty dominant Laotian oud note. It gives it this kind of like dark smokiness underneath. Honestly, this type of scent for me smells much better on a man than on a woman. I think that with this type of scent on a woman, it can age her, but on a man, it just smells very rich. It is the perfect scent for like a suit and tie occasion. Very rich smelling, and just because it is very floral dominant does not mean that it's meant for women. I think this is actually much better suited for a man. A cheapie that I've been talking a lot about lately is Hayat from Alwatania. Now this is another sweet, spicy, semi-gourmand scent that has a beautiful, very sexy, intoxicating, inviting, like every amazing adjective, like sticky sweet date syrup note. But at the same time, it's also equally spicy as it is sweet. This has a good amount of caramel and saffron and a bit nutty too. I actually get something kind of pistachio-like in here. It's not really like almond. For me, it's more like pistachio. But once again, very minimal floral elements. You're not really gonna find anything too flower-like in here. Very deep, very warm and resinous. Just a very warm and cozy fragrance that is so attractive. Something different to try out sometime. It is so attractive and so affordable. And Alwatania has some really amazing original creations. And the only thing that I could kind of compare this to would be something kind of like Kamra from Latafa. They do not smell the same, but I want to say this is a million times better. I do have Kamra. I never talk about it. I never wear it. It's just like hidden in the back of my shelf somewhere because it's okay, but this is like taking that date note to the next level. It is incredible, and for like less than $20, it's a no-brainer. Hayat from Albatania, another amazing, amazing cold weather scent. So the last fragrance is one from Habibi New York that I did feature in my latest Habibi New York buying guide. Still reaching out of the discovery kit, and the scent that we're going to talk about today, last on the list, is Palace Grove. This is a green, sugary, sweet grapefruit scent. Grapefruit and fruits. There's a lemon, an orange, like this beautiful basket of citrus fruits. Very alluring. And there's something kind of minty about it too, kind of like green and leafy. There's carrot seed and coconut. It definitely has a beautiful kind of tropical vibe to it, but not so typical in like what you think of when you think of a tropical fragrance. It's very solar. There's a light pink pepper note. It just feels so airy. Fresh and creamy with resinous amber and musk and vanilla in the base. Maybe something like a green fig note in here too. Habibi New York does really amazing fragrances with the note of fig. Stunning, stunning quality from this house. Seriously, I've been like, just my obsession for Habibi New York has just been growing. Very well blended. You can feel the quality of the oils. And another thing that I noticed about Habibi New York, because there's something about them that I was trying to exactly pinpoint what I was thinking, and it's the feeling that all of their fragrances feel very rounded. They feel very completed. You know, sometimes when you smell a fragrance or multiple fragrances from a house, you may think that there's like something missing to them. Like they could have added something else, or they could have done something a little bit different to make it perfect. But with Habibi New York, honestly, I feel like they all are done to like their top potential. They're all just very completed, very rounded, very full-bodied. Amazing, amazing perfumes. This one is warm and inviting. It just feels like sunshine, and I love that grapefruit. It's such an appealing, just happy grapefruit note. A beautiful, unique signature for a man. Palace Grove from Habibi New York. But yeah, guys, that was just a quick video talking about some fragrances that are feminine, quote unquote feminine, that smell amazing on men. Don't let the word feminine leaning scare you away from trying something, because if you do, you may be missing out on an amazing fragrance that really works on your skin chemistry. Fragrance is truly subjective, and the only way to know if it really works for you is to try it out. Wear what makes you feel confident, powerful, and feels like an expression of you. Even if it's Dior Sauvage Elixir. Just kidding, guys. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below. What is a feminine fragrance that you enjoy to wear? I would love to know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.